Will I be the asshole for firing an employee whose wife is very sick when our works cover his health insurance? Let's go. Recently, I learned that our company is doing layoff, and I'll have to let one of the person amongst my 4 subordinates go. It came down to choosing one of the 3 least experienced one who were all hired 2 years ago. A month ago, I would have said they were all roughly in the same ballpark of competence. I say a month ago because a few weeks ago, one of the 3, I'll call him A, began dealing with hardship. A's wife was hospitalized and is now very sick. I remember A once said the doctor couldn't reassure him she would make it through. As A tell us, he's now caring for their 2 unconsolable children alone and constantly having to go visit his wife. And that will, no matter what, like, this stress is this in this strains, like, will for sure make you a little bit less effective at your job, because you don't sleep well, you don't have time for yourself, you do not decompress, you don't décompresse pas. I don't remember how to say that in English, but like, you're not like blowing off the heat, taking off the heat, like always your brain's eating. Now, obviously, none of this is any of my or our company's business. What is how A's work's performance and productivity has plummeted. Since returning from his initial leave of a few days, he constantly showing up late, leaving early, and is a lot less productive and focused during the day when he is here, and is often on phone calls. We've politely tried to tell him we needed him to focus, and that is causing a significant and notable reduction in our team's efficiency. But he always just apologetically says yes, only to not really change. And of course, it's hard to insist further. Of course, I'm 99% sure he needs the job because our company has really good healthcare coverage, so I'm sure if we lay him off, that's going to affect him for the worst. I'm guessing I'm not familiar with the specific of how it all works if A has other insurance, or if A has other insurance. But the fact that he didn't leave the job for longer suggests to me he doesn't. Yeah, so like the job is necessary there. I tried to explain to HR and my superior about this and how it would be very bad for the team morale for me to lay him off. The other all knows A's been pretty open about this to us and asked for more time or something. They told me downsizing decision was set in stone well above them and there was nothing they could do. Yeah, you could go and talk to the people well above you and like explain the situation. Like, there's nothing you could do. There's nothing you want to do, and you put pressure on your subordinate to kick out one of its subordinate. Like, there is something they could do. They don't want to do it. They don't want to have to like go and explain all of that, but they could. Them suggested FMLA. What is FMLA? But our local office of the company only has about 40 employees, where we're in a small town that's way more than 75 miles away from any of our other location. So I think that means he would be ineligible. He would not be eligible. Initially, my attitude was that this is a job and I needed to keep emotions out of it. Don't blame me, blame capitalism and the American healthcare system. It's not as easy as that. You will probably, if you have the time to ask that on Am I the Asshole, you will clearly lose sleep over that, if you're not already. I heard some different opinion from my friends/family. That's why I'm posting here, because they made me reconsider. The one that made me question my stance the most was when one basically asked, paraphrasing, "Hey, you have a lot of experience and are fairly well off, and wouldn't have trouble finding other work in this market. That's all true. So if you just comply, do you really have a right to pin all the blame on the system instead of taking personal responsibility?" I kind of wasn't 100% sure what to say. So Reddit, will I be the asshole? Yes. It's hard to say no, but like, understand my point of view there. He's not doing that to hurt. That's clear for us. The motive here is not to hurt. The problem is that his boss are making him the asshole. There is no way of dodging that. Like, the people above him saying that the people above them give the order and they have just to follow and comply are telling him you're gonna have to be the asshole. I don't want to be the asshole. I don't want to be the one to go to see that, to tell that guy, you got to be laid off. So you will be the asshole. Go tell him that you're going to be laid off. For A's, there's no question. He's gonna think you're an asshole. Society's gonna think you're an asshole. Your boss are gonna be happy, but you will feel like you're an asshole. That's making you the asshole. And like, yes, you could go and try to like make that as simple as it is, like it's only capitalism and the American health. Like, yeah, there's a big part, but all this system is at the moment making you wear the hat of the asshole. If he doesn't fire, they will fire. Yeah, okay, I agree with that, Badonki, but here's the thing. Like, he asked if that's gonna make him the asshole. If he goes out and he's able to, and we're gonna go there, like, you wouldn't have any trouble finding other work in this market. If that's all true, and you've done that in your life, Badonki, like, changing company is often the best way to get a raise. It sounds like sad, but it sounds very sad, but if you're really competent, if you have experience, moving to another company to do basically the same job is going to be often the best way to get a decent raise, because inside the company you rarely get more than the inflation. Like, you get deflated raise. So you do that, and in that kind of situation, being in the place of OP, there's one way that would make him not an asshole and unable to be fired by his boss. It's to just like quickly start to look for a job that would be probably more advantageous for him, and say it's fine. Like, I'm giving my role to that subordinate. He's doing the job well. He's going to be able to compensate to compensate for my absence. I'm going to train him for 2 weeks and bye. So then, like, he just fix all those problems together. But no matter what, that guy is going to be fired, not forcibly, because like technically already, if I leave, I downsize, you know. They will just hire a friend. Yeah, we know that, Badonki, please. But yeah, we know that. Like, you're so much more winning, and that's okay. That's not that's my own POV. You're so much more winning promoting from within. And let's say I'm not taking the good part of it. Like, I'm not saying your employee is gonna know how it works. Your employee is gonna know like what are the way the teams function. The employee is gonna know, or gonna already fit in the enterprise. Like, out of the good thing, often when you get promoted from the inside, from within, they try very hard to underpay you, and you accept because you don't know what the job over you is supposed to be worth. People in America, and this is something that is extremely American, by the way, people in America don't talk about salary. We do not talk about their wage, and don't even ask me why. Like, there's nothing more stupid than not talking about your wage when you are in the private sector. Because like, the guy in the next office doing the same freaking job as you could be paid 20% more, and you would not know it. You could learn that your boss is underpaying every female coworker around you, and like just be flabbergasted by that. Go and see your boss and say like, how the fuck are you paying her less? She's doing like the same thing as me or more than me. And that's, by the way, there's number to back that fact. Female worker are often doing more inside company for a lower wage in the private sector. It is totally known. And here in Canada, here in America, we all like are super ashamed of talking about how much we make. It's stupid. Drag, dear. You are syndicated. Like, you are in public, you are a public worker. You are not a private worker. Your salary is kind of set in stone, and you have to deal it as a group.